my friends, it's Specialist irishgoofy here. Now I'm coming with you something I haven't done in a long time, and this time, with these entitled parent stories, I'm actually going to be reading them myself instead of using the automatic voice, because some people, they told me they didn't like that. So I'm trying to dive back into this to help build up my channel some, because my channel is just growing too slow with just doing the memes. So I'm gonna start hitting up into these entitled parents stories, and I'm hoping we can build my channel. So with all that said, I am giving away a $25 Amazon gift card when I reach 1,000 subscribers. To be entered in, it's simple. Just like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and put a comment in the comment section down below. If it's an emoji, that counts as a comment. And now, without further ado, let's get into this entitled parent story. Let's begin. Never tell cashier what they can and cannot do. For some background, I work in retail chain. Most of the time, I work behind the till. The till, for y'all who don't know, is actually a cash register. Most of the 8 hours at a time. Okay, I'm sorry. Reading horribly, I know. Now, recently the government has been cracking down on items, knives, cigarettes, lighters, etc. being sold to people underage in our store. It is a company policy that I ask for ID on these items if they look underage. Side note, if it was found out that I had sold an item to an underage person, I would lose my job and have an investigation done by the police. No one wants an investigation done by the police. I'm going to interrupt the story from time to time, putting some side notes and stuff like that of just stuff I think of. Looking at a criminal record, if they found reason, I am not losing my job over a lighter. I am still in school and need the money. I agree, you need the money, so don't do anything stupid. Let's continue. Me. Well, I thought that had me. Me. EP, entitled parents. I wish we knew if it was a female or a male entitled parents. This way I could call them Karen or Rick. That would be so much better. So, the entitlement was a regular day in the store. The tills were extremely busy and the store was making big bucks. It was around Christmas time. Most stores make a lot of money around Christmas time. Yes, I'm putting in side notes because, well, I like to do that. So a customer had just finished buying and was leaving while I called for the next customer. This typically looking adult wannabe teen girl, okay, it's a Karen, came up to my till with a few things and set them down on the counter. A conveyor belt. That's normal. I began scanning her things, and then I scanned the lighters. Forgot this. The way this system works is that when something is scanned that needs an ID, the screen goes red and informs me that the customer needs to produce ID. Even gives you a date that they should be born to be able to be of age to buy the item. Okay, I'm sorry, my reading's horrible. So I keep scanning the rest of the items. Company policy. In case there's more items, more ID goods, I get to the end of her items and then the conversation begins. Me, excuse me, ma'am, do you have an ID on you? EP, also Karen, What do you need the ID for? Me, It's for the lighters. They are an age restricted. If you have an ID, you can... you can check it on the system and you can purchase them. EP, aka Karen. Well, I have an ID on me. I don't have an ID on me. Can you just not let it go? I'm over 18. Context: this woman had so much makeup on that couldn't tell the age she was, but to me she didn't look old enough. Okay, honestly, if someone's gonna encourage you and you're an older person, you kind of find that a compliment, I would think. But that's me. Me. Sorry, ma'am, I have to verify your age to make the purchase. By this stage, my till had a big line. The whole situation was starting to become a big scene. This is where it starts getting interesting. Ooh, interesting. Love that. EP Karen. I'm over 18. Let me buy the lighters. Me. No ID, no lighters. EP Karen. You're already scanned it through. You can't take something out that has already been scanned. Never tell a cashier what they can and cannot do. Hey, that's the title of the story. I look back at the computer. The woman at this point smirks something, thinking she's won. I turn to the computer around to face her. I looked her dead in the eyes as I clicked the big red button that says no ID, and the lighters disappeared from the list. Her mouth dropped and her face goes red. Then, in the best retail voice, asked, ooh, this is gonna be good. Me, will you be paying cash or card? The woman explodes shouting at me with a lot of swearing, not even going to dignify that she said. One thing she said was, my son will never have any lighters now. I hope you're happy. With that, she left without her items and her lighters. Oh my god, you're buying from someone else and you couldn't do what you were asked. I told my manager after. He said I was doing my job, so I'm not in the wrong. But this is not the end. On my next shift, ooh, love this, I get a call into the manager's office, and I'm told that this woman complained to the head office of the retail chain about me. Told them I was verbally abusive, and that she was seriously offended and wants to get the police involved. It turns out the woman was 20, so she couldn't have bought the lighters if she had brought ID. So my manager tells me all of this smiling, but he still has a biggest bombshell to drop. Ooh, what could this be? I'm sorry about my reading. I know it's bad. I'm trying to read this without stopping too many times and without correcting. It happens. After he received the phone call from the head office, they asked to see the CCTV footage. Oh, this is always good. My manager watched over the footage and heard everything and I meant everything. She Her last line before she left was of particular interest. It turned out that this woman had a son, but her son was most certainly not 18. So to cut a long story short, this woman was under investigation by the police for child abuse, and found guilty. And if found guilty, was looking at jail time. For future reference, bring your ID when you go. Yes, do bring your ID. I just picked this first story I could find. This is more of a story for Tales from Retail, but I'm still putting in my EP video because, well, the Karen did mention that she was a parent. So, Karen, you need to carry your ID with you. If you're not old enough to buy something, don't pick it up. My God. It boggles the mind of these Karens and Ricks and EKs that they do some stupid stuff, and then they think it's alright if they get all bent out of shape about it. Come on, Karens. Get your mind... quit being a Karen. If your name is Karen, I mean no offense to you, but unfortunately most Karens tend to be entitled. If your name is Rick, I'm sorry, but most guys named Rick, who I've met in my life, tend to be entitled. I've met like one that wasn't, but most of them tend to be entitled. I know some people want to call them Kevins or whatever. I'm calling them Ricks, and that's what I'm sticking with. So I hope you enjoyed this story from r/entitled parents. I may do more of these, maybe. Depends on how I feel, and they're always going to be these short ones that are just one story and that's it. I may even do even shorter ones that are like few lines. Those would be multiple. But without further ado, please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Do all three of those, and you'll be entered in for a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card. And like I say at the end of all my videos, stay safe, my friends.